This video is to be used for educational purposes only and is not intended to replace individual research or licensed investment advice. Unique experiences and past performance does not guarantee future results. Trading stocks, options, and spot currencies involves substantial risk, and there's always the potential for loss. Your trading results may vary. No representations are being made that any software or training will guarantee profits or not result in losses from trading. This is the Premier Trade Market Wrap. This is the Market Wrap for September 14th, Friday on the James Dix Financial Network. I'm Jack Lott. In the news today, big economic day. U.S. retail sales increased a healthy 0.3% in August, but all the gains were for cars and trucks. Excluding motor vehicles, sales fell a disappointing 0.4% below expectations and the biggest decline since last September. Commerce Department reports that the U.S. current account deficit narrowed to $190.8 billion in the second quarter, or 5.5% of the gross domestic product. That's the smallest current account deficit as a share of the economy since the third quarter of 2005. Price of goods imported into the U.S. registered an unexpected fall in August, led by drops in imported petroleum and fuel prices. Overall, import prices declined by 0.3% last month. Industrial production in the U.S., though, rose less than forecast in August as factory output declined for the first time since February. Capacity utilization, which measures the proportion of plants in use, held at 82.2% in August. And consumer confidence tumbled to its lowest point in nearly a year and a half as a deep housing slump and a credit crunch made people more concerned about the country's economic wealth and health as well as their own. Britain's fifth largest mortgage lender received emergency funding from the Bank of England today in an attempt to head off a liquidity crisis. Northern Rock plc warned that market turmoil sparked by a mortgage crisis in the U.S. would cut profits to between 500 and 540 million pounds. That's equivalent to $1 billion to $1.1 billion, which is as much as 147 million pounds or 298 million lower than expected. In earnings news, Red Envelope reported a wider fiscal first quarter loss as it racked up higher costs and shipped fewer orders. For the quarter, the company reported a loss of $3.6 million or 37 cents a share. And Cardinal Health, the nation's second largest drug and medical supplies distributor, revised its outlook for the supply chain division, but still backed profit guidance for the full year. Cardinal Health still expects adjusted profit from continuing operations to exceed the company's long-term goal of 12 to 16% growth. It's going to be a busy economic week next week. New York State Empire State Index, the producer price index. FOMC meeting starts on Tuesday. Consumer Price Index, housing starts, building permits, the leading indicators from the Conference Board, as well as the Fed's Philly Fed survey. Earnings, also a busier week next week than it was this week. Best Buy on the calendar, General Mills, Darden Restaurants, Adobe Systems, Lehman Brothers, CarMax, Morgan Stanley, American Greetings, Conagra Foods, FedEx, Nike, Goldman Sachs, Circuit City, Oracle, and Pier 1, just a few of the marquee names. Some of the stocks in the news today. General Motors trading higher after Citigroup assumed coverage of GM with a buy rating and a 41% price target. And Aspen Technology reporting preliminary fiscal fourth quarter license booking of $67 million, up 49% from the $45 million in the fourth quarter of last year. And that's the Market Wrap for this Friday, September 14th. I'm Jack Lott on the James Dix Financial Network.